Hello, I'm making another video today over something very interesting. If you haven't noticed already, this isn't your standard MOLLE rucksack. In fact, this is an experimental piece. If you have a keen eye, you may notice that this map case cover is square rather than round. What I have here is more or less a almost complete pack. I don't know when it would have been made. However, if I had to take a guess, I'd probably say mid-97 to maybe early 98. But that's just pure speculation because all the buckles on here are all dated 97. And I should look up how to read the buckles so I can get a better date, but, well. What I do here today is give it a make another video and trying to show off this pack before I start screwing with it too much. So, what I have here is more or less this. It comes with several pieces. More or less the main pack, a MOLLE armor plate pouch or whatever it's called. Plate pocket, yes. This one is quite different. So let me start in these pieces. So let's start with the front. So we have here the main rucksack. So you can tell, like I mentioned, it has the flat map case compared to the original, to the full production's rounded. It's a little bit slightly longer. You probably can tell with the stitching line for this, but it's one of those little details. This one is a much earlier one. It has no PAL webbing or MOLLE hanger webbing, as it would have been referred to at the time, on the Claymore pouch. While this does, and also with the US stamp shown there. I don't believe there's one on here. No, I don't see it. Other than that, they're pretty identical on the front. Both have the aloes webbing. Actually, this one's a bit different. This one has much bigger pieces. And this one has much smaller. There is another version of this. I do have another one of these experimental rucksack bags. This one is much closer to this one. Really, the only difference between that one and this is just the lid. That one has a flat lid, while this one has a square lid, while this one has a rounded one. And I move on to the sides. We have the sustainment pouch. Actually, this one looks nicer. They're more or less identical to their full production counterparts. The only real difference is tag. You can tell. MOLLE blah 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 sustainment pouch, and you see it has that, with the manufacturer being specially plastic for especially defense. Another thing to note is that on this early experimental pack, the compression straps are different. The side that has the long strap is more or less identical, but the side that has the buckle is like this. It has this extra bit of stuff all on the full production model. It's just the plastic buckle, the strap here. And also, compared to the full production model, this one attaches differently to the frame. It uses these toggles across the entire thing rather than one of those toggles and these metal clips. That's about the only differences I noticed between this and that. Mind you, I'm going to be doing a more proper video over an entire rucksack at some point in the future, but I just wanted to get this catalog at how it came as I found it. So before I move on to the inside, it has the armor plate pocket here. Very interesting. It attaches. This one is very different than the ones that you usually see. I will provide links in the description to reference pictures in case everyone wants to see it. This really provides me an idea. Speaking on this, before I lost track of it, for the whatever. This one is very different compared to the ones that you normally see. This one the ones you normally see, you can wear like a backpack. Has two shoulder straps with a D-ring on it. This one you can't even do that. It's attached with these, and the door just closed from the AC. these friction buckles. The top is about the same. There's no extra stuff, I believe. No, yeah, it's just flat. And I'm going to show you the tag. Opens with Velcro like the ones you usually see. You can see, here's the tag. No, you cannot. There. And it's very interesting because on the ones that you usually see, they have this little loop in the back. That makes me wonder if that loop is intended to wrap around part of the frame. And, you know, I mean, if you look at pictures, you know what I'm talking about. Now on to the inside. Well, okay, so basically the shoulder straps look mostly the same. I say the construction is a bit closer to MOLLE too, because on my MOLLE shoulder straps, they frame the... Oh, I'm going to loosen this first. Because I did not want to touch this until I made a video about it and took photos. Yeah, this one is slightly different. On my MOLLE shoulder straps, the full production ones, the foam on the shoulder straps touches the foam of the thing. It actually overlaps, and you can push it together to have it completely touch. But other than that, it's mainly the same. The only real noticeable difference is going to be this retention strap. On the MOLLE full production ones, this is not even sewn on. It's just stuff. It's just a cut piece of nylon that was just, you know, whatever it's called to keep it from fraying. This one, it folded over and sewed it, which is, I think, a bad thing. Well, other than that, that's really about it. This attaches the same. Only little difference is, again, the tag, but you won't be able to see that. And something interesting on this, that came with this belt. Actually, two belts. It came with a rigger's belt. No information. It has this, looks like it would have been a tag on there, but that's long gone or never had anything on it. But then it has this padded section. It has, like, you know, it looks like things for a belt to go through it. Not exactly what this is for. There's no markings on it, but it's definitely military. Well, not military made, but it's definitely made for the military. It's basically, it has these loops. It has an inner set of loops underneath of them with a bunch of owl's webbing. Yeah, it's comparing the colors, because the colors on the bag is a bit different compared to my full production ones. But other than that, it's nothing. It's very interesting, but it came with a pack. And I'll be including some photos of me disassembling this, in case, because whoever assembled this did like a crazy job. You can see there's a whole bunch of straps all over the place. It's even worse one under the shoulder straps. You can just get a brief look. Anyway, now onto the frame. The frame is similar, but also at the same time different. Yes, it is horribly damaged. I believe that's due to the inferior quality of the prototype frames. From my readings, the frames during the experimental phase were very low quality, given the fact they were new. And they weren't perfected in their design and in the way they were made. It's just the way they were made wasn't sound and durable as compared to the full production ones. You can see one there. Even though they look virtually identical in material and construction, but that was an issue that I don't think I've ever seen a MOLLE frame this badly damaged before. It also had bits and pieces. I only ever heard them break, cracking, but this one is definitely more than this crack. There's a bit more damage up here. You can see. But basically, the bottom of the frame seems quite the same as that. Bring this over. I lined it up. I did line it up. They're more or less identical for basically this point down. The only real difference in the bottom of the frame is where the retention strap for the shoulder straps goes. Instead, it has its own individual slot rather than it all cut out. This frame is indeed taller. If I were to line up the bottoms, you can tell that the experimental frame is about an inch taller, which corresponds to what my reading said. Is that during the experimental phase of MOLLE. They were constantly having to reduce the frame height, given the fact that soldiers and Marines were complaining about it. I won't be able to show these next parts too well, but you can tell that it has a few more places of attachment for the shoulder straps than compared to the full production one. Of course, for some... very interesting, because I never thought to put it that high. I've seen soldiers put shoulder straps this high on the frame, but never seen the slots for that before. Surprised I didn't carry that over for MOLLE too, given the fact that they added slots all the way down here. And one more thing of interest I want to show is that it looks like wherever oh, there's a crack there. The shoulder straps attached, they have a little cutout between these slots. Here and there, and the same goes for the other side. Well, this is it. I want to finish my video up before it gets too long, because I'm rambling, and I did this after I woke up. So I'm a little bit tired still, but anyway, that's about it. If any questions, please feel free to ask. And speaking of slots, there is one more slot on this. This one has like 15, this one has 16 or something. So be sure to check my community section for any posts about this. And goodbye.